Hello, everyone. This is Mr. B. This is the weekly update for the week of May 11th. Today is May 10th, Sunday. Uh, just a quick note before we start, and this doesn't apply to you, but applies to everyone else. Um, for the weeks in a row, I keep getting questions and emails, and my response is, "Did you watch the weekly update, or did you watch the video that was the introduction to that thing?" And I keep getting no. I do these for a reason, to like help avoid confusion. So, like I have 108 sophomores. I think the last one only 42 people watched. I might be dumb, but I'm not an idiot. Just spend the 5 to 10 minutes to watch it. Okay, so some updates. Again, if you're handing in late work, you need to tell me you're handing in late work because I have no clue it's being handed in. For some reason, the gradebook isn't fully working. I've been told that you can see your grades in each of your classes and you could see what you got on them, but there's no total for the cycle. And I can't see what grades you have for your other classes. Like, I can't click on that. It's just not a thing. Hopefully, that's working soon. If you can't submit something, I need evidence. Give me a screenshot. Otherwise, it looks like people trying to con the system. Finals, I'm not sure. By the time you watch this video, this might have been decided, but it's kind of up in the air. Up in the air for everyone, not just my department or not just me. And there will be no more optional live Socratic circles. I did one. 3 people showed up. They showed up at different times, so they were the only ones in there. So no one could have a conversation, and except with me. And that's what office hours are for. So I'm canceling that. It's not a thing anymore. I tried it out. It didn't work. People don't like optional work. What should I say? But if you want to talk to me about this stuff, I love talking about that stuff. Every day I'm in the office hours. And people do stop in and talk about real legit things. And also questions about the work. So what's happening this week? So before we do that, let's conceptually talk about volume of work that you should be getting. So every week there's time for classwork that you're sitting quote unquote in class, and there's time for homework or at home work that you do not in class. Um, so just because you're doing it not in class doesn't mean that goes into that homework category. So like when you do an essay at home, that's not going to the homework category, but you're doing it at home. So traditionally, in the normal school year, for classwork, we have 40 minutes 5 times a week. That's 200 minutes. And for in my class, and by the way, this homework thing has never been covered. How much homework you should be getting for honors, for regular, for freshmen, for sophomores. It's never covered. It's always like kind of do what you feel is best, or I don't know. It's always bothered me. But for me, I kind of say, all right, you should get about half an hour a week, half an hour a night. But in my class, you get to kind of push that wherever you want to push it. So that's 150 total minutes. So what we have now is 55 minutes 2 times a week. That's 110 minutes, close to half, or close to half of the total. Um, Now, what about homework? So I'm going to keep that same ratio. Like for every 2 minutes that you spend in class, you have 1.5 minutes at home. So that would mean 82.5 total minutes for the week, or two 41.25-minute sessions. That's kind of what I'm going to stick to. It's again, it's very hard to meet that exact number, and it's not possible to do it for everyone because some people just take longer and faster and whatever. But that's kind of what I'm going to stick to. That's kind of what I'm thinking. All right. So here's what's happening this week. On the first session, the classwork is the confronting conventions assignment. You've done this before multiple times for different books. I'm going to do a separate video introducing this. This normally takes like a pair of people 40 minutes. Individuals work faster than a pair. So won't take you 40 minutes. So you'll have extra time in that 55-minute class time period. Now, the leftover time you're going to spend doing finishing up the pop essay part 1. That's when you figure out your source. And that's the homework for that, the homework time um, for that night, for that first session, is all spent on doing that part 1 of the pop essay. And that's due on Tuesday night. That was assigned last week. So that's the whole first session. By the way, I'm trying to do the shortened version of what I normally would do, what I had already scheduled at the beginning of Macbeth. I'm just cutting things out to make it shorter and more to the point, because that's what we were told to do. All right, in the Thursday and Friday session, you're going to work on the second part of the pop essay. This has not been assigned yet. This has not been posted yet. I will make a separate video showing you, and that's going to be all your classwork and homework time. It's just that thing. Okay. So upcoming due dates. On Tuesday, there's the pop essay part 1. On Friday, even though this is classwork for Tuesday, or like the first session, everything, I'm just gonna make it due on the second session, just in case. And then the work for the second session is due on the closing of the second session. We kind of have to move fast with the essay stuff, or we're gonna run out of time. So again, this one has not been assigned yet. This will be posted on, the day of or the day before. So what's the general weekly outline? So this week, we're going to end all the Macbeth kind of stuff and start the Macbeth essay. Then for the next 2 weeks, we're going to continue the Macbeth essay. And in class, we're going to start the cultural relativism mini unit. It's instead of like a 4 or 5 week unit, it's like a 2 or 3 week unit. This is the one thing when I asked students from last year, what should I not get rid of? This is the one thing that overwhelmingly people said, please keep this. This was the best thing we did. That was the most relative thing. So for 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, we'll work on this. And then beyond that, in June, is the first week of June finals? Is there no finals? Is finals the week after this? I'm not quite sure. So we'll adjust. And I think that's it. Have a good week. Let me know if you have any questions.